An 18-year-old London man has been charged with aggravated assault and assault using a weapon. Two men walking along the riverbank from Oxford Street toward Gibbons Park got into an argument tonight. One man pulled a knife, but it was knocked away. Then the assailant used a broken beer bottle to slash the victim several times. Charged is Mustafa Mohammed of 715 Dundas Street, apartment 2. Well, the jury is still out at the Guy Paul Moran murder trial in London. Deliberations are set to resume again tomorrow morning. The jury left the courthouse in a van tonight shortly after 6 o'clock and will be back at it at 9 o'clock. There are only 11 members left after a female juror was excused to give birth to a baby girl yesterday. Moran, who left the courthouse with his parents, is charged with first-degree murder in connection with the death of 9-year-old Christine Jessup. Deliberations are headed into a 7th day. QAP towing owner George Nash put up an argument at City Hall today, but he failed to convince the politicians of his point of view. The controllers voted for a new towing bylaw which dictates the conduct and rates charged on both public and private parking lots. Mayor Tom Gosnell says this will end the long-running controversy sparked by QAP, but Nash disagrees.
It seems a little unfair to me.
It was an ironic turn of events at City Hall. QAP owner George Nash felt the city was picking on him. A new bylaw was approved that will control his business practices and rates, a move he believes was driven by revenge.
The whole thing is I'm not biased. If someone asks me to tow someone away from their property, I don't care whose vehicle it is, it gets towed. And this is where the problem's been. The people that have been towed away have been people with some influence.
What do you think of Mr. Nash coming in here, appearing before the board and declaring that what you're doing is unfair?
Well, I think that was interesting.
Up until now, Nash has charged as much as $145 per tow and been able to hold the vehicle until the money was paid. Under this new bylaw, the maximum one-day charge is $60. He cannot force people to pay on the spot, and the car must be released on demand.
The precedent that we're setting in London can now be applied across the province, and I'm sure will be, that will make sure that any individual or company that gets into towing to make in my view, very obscene high profits in a way that brings a lot of it certainly gives the community a black eye, will stop.
Gosnell insisted the bylaw be ready to go before City Council next Tuesday. However, Nash challenges the validity of the law. He says the issue is still before the courts. Regardless, the mayor is claiming a hard-fought victory. Dan Miles, CFPL-TV News, London.
And still with QAP, a Burgessville man learned about the towing company the hard way tonight, but it wasn't an uneventful job for QAP. Andrew McCallum had stopped to pick up a coffee from Tim Hortons on York Street when he noticed that his car was being towed from its spot in a parking lot next door. Before it was hooked up and towed, McCallum hopped into his car and got help from cabbies who blocked the road. Police were called and informed McCallum to pay the $133 fine.
It's been almost like World War III. First, the taxi cab drivers were like the cavalry when they arrived. That was when I clued in that there was something going on between the tow truck drivers and the public. I think I just happened to be the one who was sitting in the car when it happened.
Quite an experience, I guess?
I don't think I want to do it again, no.